Katina, this is Oliver. I've got a short little yoga flow for you today. It's got a lot of twists and a lot of back bends. It's gonna be a great way to wake up and start your day. So go ahead and let's start off in child's pose. You can have your knees out wide or together, whichever is more comfortable. Sitting your heels, your butt back on your heels, reaching forward, bringing your forehead to the ground. Start to come into the space. And breathe more deeply. Hello, Ollie. Go ahead and walk your hands off your mat to the right and sit back into that child's pose. Now walk your hands off to the left side of your mat and bring your forehead back to the ground. Walk your hands back to center and start to come up to your tabletop position with your wrists below your shoulders, knees below your hips. Drop your belly, inhale, look up. And exhale, round your back. You've got something he's hiding. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your back, look down at your knees. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your back. Take a few more of these at your own pace. And come to stillness. Oh, he's burying his cheek over there. We're going to lift our hips up and come to downward facing dog. You're in that nice upside down V. Bringing your heels towards the ground. It's okay if they don't reach. Pedal out your feet, straightening one leg then the other. And walk your feet up, tiptoeing to the front of your mat, to your forward fold. A slight bend in the knees. Hang out here. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, your hands to heart center. Go ahead, inhale, rise your arms up. Exhale, your hands to heart center. Go ahead and clasp your hands behind your back. Bring them to your right side body. Bring your right ear down to your right shoulder. Maybe point your chin towards your left shoulder. Continue to breathe. Hey, sweetheart. Switch your hands. Bring your hands to your left hip. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Your chin goes towards your right shoulder if that feels good. And release that. Inhale, hands up once again. Exhale, flat back, dive forward. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back, bringing your left knee down to the mat. Untuck your toes and sweep your arms up for a low lunge. Feel free to cactus your arms here if it feels a little crunchy in your shoulders. You can also have your hands on your hips. Each exhale, try to sink a little deeper. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg and your right arm reaches behind you. Look behind you, a little twist. Continue to breathe. Come back to center and straighten your front leg. Bring your hands down, half split. You might want to walk your right foot forward. That feels good. Oh, he's got another bone to bury. Make sure you're not sticking your left hip out to the side. Keep it over your left knee. It could feel good if you have blocks to have your hands on some blocks right here. You can have a slight bend in this right knee too. It might feel good. All right. Bend that front knee, lift up your left knee, bring your left hand to the ground and sweep your right hand up to the ceiling. Another twist here. Really reaching up and back, looking up if it feels good. And bring that hand down. Now bring your right hand inside the left and start to turn towards the long side of your mat. Getting ready for a wide leg forward fold. Both your toes facing the long edge of the mat. Hinging at your hips here. Continue to breathe. And start to bend your left knee. Skandasana or a spider lunge to the back of your mat. Keeping your left heel flat. If that feels good, you're also welcome to have that heel lifted. Welcome to have your hands on the ground. We all have different bodies. Continue to breathe. Feel that great stretch in your inner thigh, in your groin. And start to walk yourself back up to the front of the mat. Step your right foot back. Switch legs. Bring your left foot to the front of the mat. Right knee down. Untuck your toes. Sweep your arms up. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana on this side. Your hands can be clasped. Cactus on your hips. Fix my pants. They never stay put, do they? Continue to breathe. Maybe on the exhale you go a little deeper. Going in for our twist. Bring your right hand to the left knee. Left arm out behind you. Looking towards that. Twisting first from the base of your spine upwards to your shoulders, then your head. And lift back up to that low lunge. Sweep your hands back, straighten your front leg, half split on this side. Each side is different, might not feel the same over here. Keeping your right hip above your right knee. And bring your forehead to your knee if that feels good. And start to bend this knee back. Plant your right hand inside your right foot. Lift your right knee. Left arm sweeps up to the ceiling. Taking a twist on this side. Shoulders stacked on top of each other. And bring that hand down. Start to turn your hands to the long side of the mat. Another wide leg forward fold. Maybe it feels good to grab your ankles. Reach behind you. Rest on your elbows, whatever feels good. Come up on your hands and take Skandasana to the back of your mat, bending your right knee. Maybe you keep your heel on the ground. Maybe the heel lifts off of the ground. You can have your hands down, whatever feels good in your body. Keep your chest lifted and upright. And come back up to the front of your mat. Step your leg back to plank. And through Chaturanga down to your belly. Bring your hands out to either side. And take 3 little baby cobras right here. Lifting up on the inhale and down on the exhale. Up and down. Up. One last time. And down. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing up on your knees, back, tuck your toes and come back to your downward dog. Step your toes to big feet together so big toes touch. Lift your right leg up in the air, bend that right knee, hip circles one direction and then the other. Go ahead and step that right foot outside of your right hand. A little lizard here. You're welcome to come down to your elbows if you want. To stay put. You can bring your back knee to the ground, whatever feels good. We will not be here very long. Go ahead and start to work your way up if you're on your elbows. Tuck your toes, lift your foot. Bring that knee, that foot up, bring your right knee to your right wrist and set up for Pigeon Pose. Straighten out the left leg behind you. Sitting up nice and tall, setting up for the pose, making sure your hips are parallel to the short end of the mat. First, hinging forward, and then coming down to rest. Go ahead and start to work your way out of that. Hands down, tuck your toe, come back up to your downward dog, and sweep your left leg up. Bend your knee, hip circles one direction, and then the other. Now step that left hand outside of your left foot outside of your left hand, excuse me, and come down for lizard on this side. Whatever feels good. You can have your knee down, bring your elbows down. Each side is different. If you came down to your elbows, start to work your way up. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee, pick up that leg, bring your left knee to the left wrist, and set up for pigeon on this side. You do not have to have your shin parallel to the front of the mat. Straighten your front leg, sitting your hips upright. Start to walk yourself forward and lower down. Start to walk your hands back up. Untuck your toes. Come onto your knees and then go ahead and find your way to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe you bring your forehead to your knees. And drop your knees to the right. Bring your arms to a T to either side. Looking over to the left. Spinal twist. Come back through center. Bring those legs to the left. Arms out in a T, looking to the right. It's okay if your knees don't touch the ground, but do try to bring your right shoulder blade to the ground. Come back to center. Go ahead and extend your legs out long and come into Savasana for just a minute. Absorb what we just did. Relax. You can have your hands up in a receptive gesture, down in a grounding gesture. You start to roll to one side and slowly come up to your seat, whatever is a comfortable seat. Thank you for joining me today for this short and sweet yoga practice and joining my barky dog too. Oliver says thank you from over there.